I'm heading out backcountry skiing. I've got my beacon, my shovel, my probe, and I've read the local avalanche report. But the thing that's going to keep me safest today is something I learned way back in math class a long time ago. In algebra class, slope is measured by rise over run. When you measure a slope with rise over run and you put it on a graph, it doesn't mean a whole lot. When I'm skiing, I measure my slope in degrees. I start out with 0 degrees, and I measure the slope as it goes up, maybe something like you would do in geometry class. Horizontal slopes are really easy to climb up. You're not even climbing at all, but they're really difficult to come down. In fact, you're not really coming down at all. They're a slope of 0, and it measures 0 both on a protractor and when you're measuring rise over run. Some people don't think of going uphill as being a positive, but I do, because I like to keep in shape. So when I'm going uphill, I remember that that's a positive slope. And when I'm going downhill, I remember that that's a negative slope. Uphill and downhill, 20-degree slopes are almost always a safe bet. Unless there's something hanging over top of you, 20 degrees isn't going to get you into much trouble. Going up a 20-degree slope isn't very hard. Coming down a 20-degree slope isn't all that fun, but it can be if there's a ton of pow. Slopes are pretty fun. If you ski inside of a resort, you probably think of these as your blues, maybe some of your blacks if they're groomed. 30-degree slopes are usually pretty safe. You gotta know what you're doing though, because the difference between 30 and 35 is huge. So pay attention. Measure your slopes. 30 degrees, it's kind of fun, especially if it's a nice day like today. Degree slopes are really getting into the danger zone. You better really be careful if you're climbing up them or trying to ski down them. Sometimes you can't even climb up them the usual way and you have to crawl. But when you come down them, they can be super fun. You just better be worried about the avalanche conditions, because if it's dangerous out, you don't want to be there. Now one slope I want to stay off of is a slope that's undefined. Maybe there's some people out there that are going to jump off that, but not me. So on my way out in the backcountry today, I know one thing. I know that all this safety equipment is going to get me out of trouble if I get into trouble. But the only thing that's going to keep me out of trouble in the first place is that little bit that I know that I learned in math class about slope.